step up in the spot. Dudes mugging, hating bad, could it be my style? Or just my pretty boy swag? Can tell by my gear, I do nothing but pop tags. You need a receipt, cause your girl just got back.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is, did Fury finally shut down Glovegate? So here's the thing. You know about Glovegate. Everybody knows about Glovegate. Everyone knows about the excuses. But there was an exchange backstage between Tyson Fury and everyone who was in his dressing room, where he mentions Glovegate and kind of says like he feels like he should have shut it down.
Amazing.
Let me dad to the heart for that completely. Oh, listen, he was like a firework won't go out the bastard. Hey, he took a punch. Oh my god. He's like petrol. You stand on it like that, goes out, then it comes back again. It's not me. Wilder. I think it was when I hit him with an uppercut, bang, in the first round, dropped him. I nearly broke my ankle. I went over on my ankle. My ankle's hurt, severely hurt. Never. You ringing me dad, Jeff? How many times did he get floored? He went down 3 times, you went down twice. Did I go down twice, yeah? Twice. You didn't go down twice. I did, yeah. Tyson. He got hit with a straight right hand and fell, and he got it beside the head and fell. Different God, Tyson. I still couldn't say. How many times did he go down? No. It was a bit sore, that, wasn't it? Very sore. He go down 3 or 4 times. What a sore. We haven't even done that, Cougar. We've not done anything to him. You know, he said some personal words about our mother, so we should be having a needle. We've not done anything. Does he believe he's cheating allegations now?
Well, everything was checked thoroughly, wasn't it?
Well, thanks to these boys here, yeah. But everything was checked thoroughly the last fight. Do you know what it is? It is what it is. But I hope everyone...
Did you have your heart in your mouth when your brother was dropped a couple of times there?
Yeah, listen. I was kecking it. The English word for it, yeah? But you've got to take your hat off to him, whether he's a good sportsman or not, because he took some thunderous punches and he just wouldn't go. He just wouldn't go. He would go. He went up the floor. He would go. There's only a matter of time before he went. He went down first and went down last, and that's all she wrote. I went to say well done to him, and he wouldn't have any of it. Man's a sore loser and a proper shithouse. That's the true heart of a cowardly man, when he won't shake a better man's hand. Not once, but 3 times to beat him. You know, today wasn't my greatest night. 2 years out of the ring, wasn't all there completely. But I still done enough to be victorious and showed heart and balls like a lion again. There's nobody touching it. Nobody. He's a bear of a man.
All right, so basically, there's a lot going on in that video, but what I want you to extract was the saying, does he believe Glovegate now? Saying he took some thunderous punches, but he wouldn't go down, and Fury's like, oh yeah, he went down eventually. And he did it clean. They checked the gloves. The commission checked the gloves. So the question is, did Fury finally do enough to shut down Glovegate? And I'm turning it over to Ned, the TV.
Glovegate. What is this? Did it ever exist? I never believed it. Did you believe it? That's the question you have to ask. Was it a thing? I don't know. For me, it wasn't. But Glovegate, was it to be shut down? Was it to be opened up? What is Glovegate? Last night, what I saw was a man get his behind what?
Yo, Nick, can I ask a question? Is this like a poem? Like, did you write that?
Yo, why you back to the flow? Get back to the flow, man. Yo, G, yo, bad timing, G. Bad timing, G. Yo, Nate, recapture the flow, man.
Nah, I feel you, G, though, man. This was like to be or not to be with this type of like.
What is Glovegate? To be closed.
What is it though? Is it real? Is it a figment of my imagination, or is it a part of reality that I can grasp? Glovegate, can we prove it? Glovegate, is it an illusion? You know? Glovegate.
Yo, we're savages, man.
I never believed in Glovegate, and I would never disprove. I never get behind Glovegate Fury, you whooped that boy. And shout out to Wilder, yo. It's all love, but this is the point where I gotta take the gloves off.
What about the other? What about the other excuses?
The other excuses. Listen, the other excuses. G, do you believe him?
I don't.
I'm asking you a serious question. Huh?
I never believed any of the excuses.
All right, there's our point. There it goes.
What is Glovegate? Was it conceived out of hate to perpetuate something that was fake? Glovegate.
Speak on it.
All right, I'm turning over you, Stretch.
Oh man, yo, now you're a clown, bro. Nah, but to answer the question, man, like, yeah, I think he definitely shut it down, and I think even I think like they highlighted this during the fight where I saw like JD's I think the camera focused in on him while like they was like doing the raps and like glove stuff. So he definitely shut down the excuses. I never really believed in them. And to be honest, it's like, yo, like Wilder gave it his all. Like, it's cool. You fell short and that's just how it is. But I think Fury definitely shut down Glovegate, crab in the barrel referees, any excuse. It like it's over with. It's done.
The ref didn't give Wilder a 10 count in the 11.
And yo, not even like Bayless was actually refereeing, and I feel like just because of Wilder, like, there was like, yo, like you could do some of the undercards, but not the main event, because I think he was refereeing one of the fights on the card. But like, you know, I think the excuses are done and over with, man. Yeah, but you know, it's done and over with now, man. Like, the excuses could definitely like rest for good.
Okay. Dollar Bill, in your eyes, did Tyson Fury shut down Glovegate and all the other excuses?
Look, there was never no Glovegate. There was never no Glovegate. I don't understand. Listen, we can go on clowning these people who was going on with this Glovegate all day. Matter of fact, we should just make that our own separate episode during the week where we just laugh. We can go live and go just laugh for an hour about all these people that believe this Glovegate mess. And we'll have JD's there. You know what I'm saying? JD's. Because he was in on it. Look, there's no excuses, man. The better man won. All the times, the better man won. I mean, look, the only excuse, I mean, of course, everybody's going to come up with excuses. Even Dre was trying to come up with excuses last night. Like, oh, don't those counts seem very long? Those 2 knockdowns, those counts was long. Like, everybody's going to always say something. The only excuse that is a real excuse, even if you call it an excuse, I call it something that you should admire on Wilder's part, not an excuse. If anything, if we was going to throw out anything, all we can throw out is the 40-pound weight advantage. That's it. The man Tyson Fury weighed 39 pounds more than him. I guess it was 277. He was 238. If I do my math real fast, you know, hustler's math, that's 39 pounds over him, right? So, you know, he was fighting a bigger man. So that's the only excuse that I would ever let him use. And he can't. This is the heavyweight division. This done happened before. You know, people done had, you know, huge weight advantages. But if you're going to use an excuse, use that one. And you use heart. That's why I'm giving you nothing but love, Deontay Wilder, because you went in there with a guy that was bigger than you, taller than you, and you showed a lot of heart. And you didn't give up. You didn't try to pull no tactics to get up out of the fight and nothing like that. You showed a lot of heart. Leave the excuses to the fanboys, and you keep your head high. And you go off with this victory, because you gain a lot of respect off of this loss. Don't taint it with an excuse. Just like that second fight, you know what I'm saying? You showed that you was a dog. You didn't give up. Mark threw in the towel. The thing that hurt you with us was the fact that you came out with all these excuses. We wasn't rocking with that. Just this, you fought your heart out. Gained more fans. That's it. No excuses, man. You don't have to. You don't have to have no excuses, especially after this fight. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. All right. That go to you, Stretch?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Conspiracy G, man. It's on you.
Yeah, obviously he shut it down. I don't think that's the real question, though. I honestly think the question should be, did Fury prove that he has heavyweight power? Because Wilder, literally, even in the press conference right before this fight, was like, yo, your punches didn't even hurt. I didn't feel it. I'm like, why you saying that, bro? Why you saying that, man? Like, please stay focused. Because I'm like, bruh, part 2 and now part 3. You cannot say this dude does not have power. He violated you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Glovegate, I'm being honest with you, I don't even believe Wilder believed Glovegate per se. You know what I mean? Like, I think his real excuse was he was really leaning on the suit, the Mega Man suit. And he just threw everything else for good measure. I don't even think he came up with Glovegate. I think maybe like YouTubers came up with Glovegate. And he's just like, yo, I'm going to ride this wave. Anything I got to do to, you know, sell the trilogy, we going to do it, right? So that's at least my conspiracy G moment right now. But nonetheless, what Fury showed, right? And you got to look at it like this. If Wilder really believed those gloves was an issue, right? So Wilder really believed those gloves was an issue, he could have shut this down. He could have been like, yo, you're not using those, right? Because again, remember, it was his rematch clause. So why didn't Wilder be like, yo, those gloves is a no-go. Maybe Wilder will have to pay more money to on Fury's side, but whatever. At least there should have been a debate. Instead, Wilder said, all right, you using horsehair thin leather gloves, we doing the same thing. So if you're doing the same thing, bro, there's no excuses now. Now it's on an even playing field. You have no excuse. So to me, it's like I agree with what as Ned the poet was saying. Was that ever a Glovegate, right? Because it's like it really wasn't a Glovegate. And in the trilogy, you agreed to those gloves. Yeah, you may have said, yo, these gloves have nothing. Once they said, nah, these gloves are good, and then you go, all right, then we're gonna use some horsehair gloves or whatever. It just is what it is. The man knocked you out. That's the real situation now Wilder has to admit. Because Wilder said in 2 fights, no, technically in 3 fights, my bad, he has no punching power. You know, I didn't feel anything, this and the third. But now you were on the floor. And no disrespect, but Wilder, you was on the floor. You look like you was taking a nap, fam. You know what I'm saying? So that, to me, is the real story of this fight. Does Fury have heavyweight power? And I think clearly he does.
All right, so that's not the story for me. The story is exactly what the question is asking. Did Fury finally shut down Glovegate? Because I believe for you, G, even Complex, and people who understand the sport, who understand the rules that are in place, never believe Glovegate, right? But in our comment section, particularly the Wilder fans that like to attack me as if you know more about boxing than me. How you feeling today? But anyways, the Wilder fans who came at me talking about, oh, and Fury cheated. Well, if you believe, oh, the third fight's going to be different because people's watching them now. Now it's not going to be any cheating. So, all right, cool. The third fight was different, but ended kind of the same as the second fight. Actually ended in worse fashion for Wilder. So was the second fight really the result of cheating? And this is what I was getting at with those fans. Wilder, respect to Wilder. And sometimes my issue with a fighter's fan base comes off as an issue with the fighter. And you know that I've said this before. I have respect for Wilder, but I think his fan base is ridiculous. There's egg weights in the glove. The gloves are too thin. Every excuse in the book. And he knocked them out clean. I know it's just hard to like digest and hard to accept, but that's why Brillin threw in the towel. Because that was what was going to happen to him in the second fight. he was going to show tremendous heart like he did, tremendous courage. You never heard me say anything about what Wilder did in that ring in the second fight. I've always stated he showed he was a warrior. He showed tremendous heart. He showed tremendous guts. He was willing to go out. That's all I ever pointed out from the second fight. But what I always knew was BS was Glovegate. Glovegate was BS. The spike water was BS. All these things were BS. And I don't know if these were things that were told to Wilder to mentally make him believe that he could still win. I don't know. I don't know if his psyche's that fragile, but when I heard that a doctor told Deontay Wilder that he's 250% more powerful than he used to be, I'm like, is that they paid some doctor to tell this man that lie so he can believe that, like, yeah, this time when I really hit Fury, he's going to be done. Like, I just don't get it sometimes. Like, some of the things that come from that camp, when they're calling it an autopsy, Wilder had an autopsy done, is the first reason why I know you had nothing done medically. Because there's no way a legitimate doctor would call that an autopsy.
Now, hold on. Hold on.
Right.
I've been bench pressing over 300 something pounds to handle Fury's weight. I'm like, fam, you don't need to be bench. You need to be squatting and deadlifting.
Exactly.
I was like, damn.
Exactly. It's just so much of these excuses and, oh, the hater. It went exactly how the hater called it. So what? What was I now?
Not exactly. But you said within 7. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So,
yo, bro, you can play the semantics game, but Wilder, I've been nice. Now I'm gonna be real with you. Wilder got fucked up, just like I said he would. Period.
The views and opinions.
I've been playing it nice, but you gonna be real. Your man got flatlined, just like I said he would. He had 2 moments and then got beat the whole entire fight. He was never in a league with Tyson Fury, never had the skill set. His only hope was power, everything that I said. And for the record, it was about to end early. Wilder caught that right hand that saved him and extended the inevitable, delayed the inevitable. But Fury was beating that man from pillar to post for 11 rounds. It was a debate for 1 round, whether or not Wilder could win. And just as fast as it came, it's just as fast as it went. You heard Fury sum it up. He went down first and he went down last. He got battered, just like I thought he would. I'm giving him all the respect in the world, but hey, let's be clear. Wilder got battered. I'm giving Wilder credit for taking a beating like a man. But let's be clear, he took a damn beating. I don't want to hear anything about Glovegate. I don't want to hear this and that. We're basically giving Wilder a moral victory, and I'm not giving him a moral victory. It's an emotional thing. It's I respect the dog in him. I respect his desire to win. I respect all that. But for them fans who were coming at me, like what did you see? Your man got flatlined, just like I said he would. Why did your man get flatlined? Because he lacks boxing skills. He's coming up with his chin out. Well, we'll get into the art. In the end, Fury was able to make adjustments. He wasn't. He was able to do what he learned for the first 3 rounds, and as soon as he got clipped, he reverted back to relying on the right hand. Everything went the way that I thought it would. The 2 right hands. I didn't think that would happen. But again, Fury got up. And I swear to you, typically if I was worried, I'd admit it. Fury went down and his eyes were clear. You can see him looking. He's a little embarrassed, but he was never really hurt. Like, he wasn't wobbly. He didn't get up wobbly. He still was. So in the second one that dropped him was kind of borderline on the ear. But hey, it is what it is. It's boxing and Fury's dipping. And my thing isn't to sit here and play that game. Because if I wanted to come in and bash the fans, I got everything I need to do that. But I'm not trying to throw dirt on Wilder. But I am trying to say something to the fans who kept coming in the comment section, running their mouth, trying to come at the kid. Right? I would love to hear you admit you were wrong. You were. I know you were ready. You had your thumbs ready in that 4th round to come see me. And thank God you didn't press send, right? Hey, listen. When all is said and done, right? Y'all are the fanboys. Y'all are the ones going off of BS allegations. I was just going off of pure boxing skills, strategy, technique, things of that nature. That's why I'm right. That's why you wrong. Glovegate never existed. Glovegate was never a real thing. The truth is, Fury's just a better fighter than Wilder, and unless Wilder can keep that man on the floor, Fury will always get up and box his head off. They can fight 10 times. That's always going to be the scenario. If Wilder can't keep Fury down, Fury's going to get up and box his head off. I knew that already. And I wasn't worried about Wilder keeping Fury down because champions get back up. That's why I'm including Wilder in that. Although he really didn't get back up in the 11th, but still, he got back up enough for me to include him and say that this man's a champion. So let's not, when you're in that elite level, they get up because they're fighting for something. There's that dog in them. Fury's always going to get up. But these excuses are dead. Fury is just better than Deontay Wilder. Let it sink in. Fury is better than Deontay Wilder. Let me say it another way. Tyson Fury is a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. That's it.
Hold on. I got one more spoken word piece for you all. My Mega Man suit failed to reboot. In the trilogy, Fury got rid of me. Bomb Squad.
I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that. Cute,
let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, and please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. You know who we are. We are the Boxing Bros.
When things seem bleak, walk with me. To navigate these streets, walk with me.